Man, we finally got a good day. The Shelby's been parked over here at my neighbor's under the carport for about 3 weeks. It's been cold, way too cold to drive it. We're going to get into the look at my wife's new car shortly. But first we got a few things that I want to do to the Shelby. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, well, I figured this would happen, but if you can see, hit the unlock, nothing, absolutely nothing. Well, that's what I was afraid of. We got a dead battery, but that's alright, I'm prepared for it. Like I say, I expected it, so I had my wife, she had to take her car by the dealership the other day. She has nitrogen-filled tires, and a couple of them were low, and I had her pick up another Motorcraft battery. So, that's what we're going to work on next. Here's the original battery, and like I said, it being cold lately, I noticed it was a little sluggish when it was starting, and then I also noticed a little bit of corrosion here around the positive terminal, as you can see, and I wanted to get rid of that. Even if the battery, even if the car had started, I was going to put a battery on it today. So anyway, that's what I'm going to work on. If I run into anything special that I think you guys need to know about, I will definitely let you know. If not, we'll see you when I get the new battery installed. Battery's out. So all you have to do is loosen the cables, take those off the battery, then slide this little piece of insulation off, and then you can take the battery tie down out, which has this strap that goes over top of the battery, and then just pull the battery out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cup of water, hot water with baking soda, and I'm going to dunk this cable here in there to get all this corrosion off. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up what I can in here while the battery's out, because you can see it's a little dirty in there. I'm going to just clean it up. As you could tell a minute ago, that thing was it was pretty corroded. It was only about a month ago when I checked it, and it just barely had any corrosion. So note to self, as soon as you detect any corrosion at all, it's time to replace that battery. I talked to a battery guy a while back and was asking him what caused that, and he said that normally somewhere around this post it'll start to leak a little bit of battery acid out, and that's what the reason is for that corrosion. And so obviously it's not going to get any better. But back to this. So I had to dip this down in a bottle of water. You can see there's still just a little bit of corrosion there. And so the water, it was hot water and baking soda. I dumped it down in there. But when I did that, it caused it to kind of spill out in the battery tray, which is what I was really trying to avoid. So obviously some drained down through the drain and got on the underside of the car, some of the suspension parts and such. And so I put probably 2 gallons of water through there trying to wash that off. You can see here on the ground. Got my anti-corrosion gel. It says to apply it liberally, but I don't really want that junk just everywhere. So I'm going to put it on and then kind of rub it in like lotion, and any excess I'm going to kind of wipe back off there. But anyway, maybe this will help prevent it from corroding anymore. Obviously, if you haven't guessed by now, you know, kind of my #1 goal with this car is preservation. So that's the #1 thing. I haven't really modified it. I plan to modify it some, but anything I do will be 100% reversible without any way of really being able to tell that it had ever been modified. And it'll be done right, or it won't be done at all. So anyways, I'm going to get this battery in and then give you guys a cold start. It is in, tied down, ready to go. Put a little bit of that grease. It's kind of a red colored grease on that. Like I said, I rubbed it on pretty thin. It said to put it on thick. I put it on thin. I didn't want that big goopy mess under there. So there is that, and actually I just noticed a little corrosion was in this, and it just fell out on there, so that sucks. Let me get a rag and get that up right quick, best I can. This is tough to do one-handed. Like I say, my tripod is MIA. So hopefully I'll find it here in the next few minutes, because I was wanting to try to get some glamour shots of the wife's new car. Any guesses what it is? I'll tell you, it's 315 horsepower, 350 foot-pounds of torque. It is a gasoline engine. It's, let's see, it is a Ford. And that's about all I'm going to say, because otherwise I'll give it away. So I'm going to give you guys a cold start. I'm going to drive it around the block a few times, get that battery good and fully charged. And then we've got one more project on this one, and then we're going to move on to my wife's car. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Wanted to show y'all a couple things right quick. Now when I bought the car, the chin spoiler was a little skin up right here, and evidently the other day I went to the car wash, not my normal car wash because they're paving in front of it, and then the weather got cold and it's been like that for a month. And so anyway, I didn't go to my normal car wash because of that, and went to a new one and scraped. So that sucks. I believe, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, because some of you I know will know this, I believe this is 2 pieces. And if so, I guess I can buy just this bottom piece. Actually, in fact, it looks like it may even be 4 pieces. You know, this piece, the top piece, and this piece, or maybe these two are together. No, that feels like 2 pieces. So, where's the best place to get this? And I've seen them on like a red GT500 where this part will be red. Can you buy them that way, or is that something I'd have to take to a paint shop and have done? Because I think that might look sharp if I had it color matched. And anyway, get rid of this crap here. I'll probably leave this on for a little while because I might as well scrape it up pretty good and get really used to it before I you know, put on a brand new one, or especially one that's painted. This looks Auto Concepts tint. You guys can see, I mean, it just looks like the light came tinted, you know, like it was painted or something. It doesn't, you can't tell that's a film on there at all. I highly recommend it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I've got a windshield banner. We're going to get that on the car. So I kind of got caught up in this and wasn't filming, but anyway, what you're going to need is a spray bottle with a little bit of like Dawn dishwashing liquid. I only put 2 drops in that amount of water. This way you can slide the sticker around and position it where you want, and then you can squeegee the water out. Started off with glass cleaner. Clean the glass really thoroughly. Alright, and then the banner didn't fit. It's the CS Shelby logo with the double stripes that go around the Shelby. It was just too wide, and so what I did is I just cut out the Shelby, and I'm going to try that. If I don't like it, I'm going to reorder it and have it made a little bit smaller.
As you probably saw, that was kind of a pain in the butt, but I think we got it. I'm going to let it sit like it is for just a little bit and kind of cure and hopefully bind to the windshield a little better, because it still wants to kind of peel up a little bit. So we'll see how it turns out.
It's been on there for like 15 minutes now, and it still kind of wants to peel up when you pull the top layer off. So I'm going to just let it sit for a while. So it's not going to make this video most likely, because my wife drove her new car to work, and I was really wanting to show it to you guys. So I'm going to park the Shelby, I'm going to get in the truck and drop it off at her work and grab her new car so that I can show it to you guys and get this video up tonight. window switches, mirror switches, 3-position memory seating. We do not have in this one, it's a 15 401A package, so I don't know if it was not an option or if it was a standalone option, but we have manual tilt and telescope. We don't have power. Headlight, fog light switches. We have suede inserts on the seats. Those are very nice. They're also heated and cooled. Dual climate control. Here we have the key. It's a nice looking key. Have convenient storage compartment here. Have a nice deep storage compartment here. Have more storage back here in front of the shifter. Have your 2 illuminated cup holders. Electronic parking brake. Over here we have park assist. It will park itself. You give it the gas and the brake and choose the gear, at which it tells you on the screen which gear to choose. Gas, brake, and it does the steering for you. Here we have a two-layer console. Alright, very deep console in the bottom, and up at the top a convenient storage tray. Power seats, both driver and passenger. Sport pedals. The word Edge is embroidered on the front floor mats. Back here we have AC vents in the back. We have heated seats in the back. That's part of the 401A package. Little storage tray, 12-volt outlet, and a Edison plug outlet. It's a 5-passenger. The center seat will fold down like this to give the back seat passengers, when there's only 2, a cup holder and an armrest. I'm 6'6", and I'm going to sit behind myself. Okay, hopefully this will come through good. Anyways, I'm sitting behind myself, and as you can see, I have room. Ambient lighting all around the vehicle, and if we look up, panoramic sunroof. Also, these rear seats are reclinable, which would be great for me if I were riding back here. It has the foot activated power lift gate. To close the lift gate, all you do is press this button right here. Plenty of storage back here. Little subwoofer comes with the premium stereo. A little storage compartment here. You have another 12-volt power outlet here, and this feature here is left and right seats. So the 2 rear seats, if we press the left seat button, you can see it automatically folds it down. Now it does not put itself back up. You have to do that manually, but I thought that was a nice little feature. And this bag is a cargo net, and it hooks on these little hooks right here. Under here we have our spare tire. We have our funnel for Ford's capless gas filler system. We have plenty of extra storage under here for jumper cables, little spare parts, or whatever you think you might need. Things that you wouldn't use often but want to keep with you. We have chrome tip dual exhaust. It does seem to, when you put the vehicle in sport mode, it does seem to change the exhaust note. That's possibly just me, but I felt like it did make a noticeable change. It has a 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. Makes 315 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque. And I'll do a 0 to 60 pull for you guys here in a few minutes. It is pretty quick. I'm going to do a separate video of what it looks like at night, all the different lights. So subscribe if you want to see that. It does have lane departure warning, and it does have cross traffic monitoring, and it has blind spot monitoring, but it does not have active cruise control. Here we have a directional pad that works this screen, which is radio, navigation, and let's just find out, entertainment, navigation, phone. This one does have automatic high beams and HID headlights. You have a small digital tachometer and a gas gauge. You can flip through and have different things. Here we have gas and engine temperature along with the tachometer. Tire pressure monitoring system. You have your digital speedometer, 96 miles to empty, and back to the tachometer. There's more options here. That was display mode. mode, you have your trip mode, your fuel economy, your driver assists, which is going to allow you to turn on and off your lane departure warning and your bliss and things like that. So with the 401A package, we have a front mounted camera. So mash this button here and you can see what's in front. Mash it again, you get a 180-degree view of your backup camera, and it shows your projected path as you turn the wheel. And for those of you that didn't know, the Shelby also has this. This cup holder on the driver's side is deeper, but it has this little insert, and so it's actually deeper. So if you had a taller cup, you could use it that way, or if you needed to, you can make this side shorter by placing this in here. That way, if you had a really short cup and you're just having trouble getting a hold of it, you can put this in this side. We have a sunglasses holder. Oh, my wife's sunglasses are in there. She's going to be mad when she leaves work and realizes I've taken off with her sunglasses. Guaranteed. Here you have your map lights. You have one button on each side to turn on either map light, or this button here turns on all the interior lights. And as you can see, there's a light there. There's a light in the back. This button here will open the shade. And then to open the roof, you would press this button here. One touch will close it halfway. Then one more touch will not to close it the rest of the way. To close it the rest of the way, you have to hold the button, which I found to be kind of odd, honestly. Man, that's pretty much it. I'm going to do a pull for you guys, and appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Maybe I can make another video if you're interested in buying one of these vehicles, and so therefore you're you know, kind of doing your research and you need me to answer any questions for you, I'd be happy to. Or if you just have any other ideas for videos with this vehicle, that would be great. I would like for this vehicle to be an asset to the channel. I know it's not really a powerhouse, but with 315 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds, she does get up and go pretty good, so I think we can have some fun with this. And then, so obviously my daughter, I'm about to go home now and help her clean up her car. She has gotten my wife's 2014 Chevy Cruze. That will be her first car. So we can talk about that probably in a later video, especially if there's any interest in it. And so yeah, that's what we're working with, guys. New car reveal. I always love buying a new car. So thanks for watching. Alright, let's do a quick 0 to 60 pull in the edge. Put it in sport. So there you go. And that was not all the way to the floor, by the way.